Right, here we go again. Another Derby defeat and another really poor performance, to be honest with you, with Manchester United. It's, excuse me, it's getting worrying. It's starting to get worrying, to be honest with you. And I know, look, it's a small sample size. What are we, 4 games in to the Premier League season? And yeah, I mean, it's all of the negative stats are coming up again. They continue to come up. They continue to come up. It's the worst start by Manchester United in the Premier League since the 92-93 season, with only 4 points from 4 games. It's just not good enough, lads. It's just not good enough. You know, one win, one draw, and 2 defeats. We've conceded 7 goals. We've scored 4, and 3 out of them 4 goals were scored against Burnley. And we conceded 2 against Burnley. It's not good enough, lads. It's just not good enough. Is anything changing there? Is anything changing? I mean, I don't know, to be quite honest with you. I want this manager to succeed more than anything else. You know, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Well, I do get it. I do get it. We're simply just not good enough. You know what I mean? And I think today, you know, absolutely proved that. And when we look at the individual performances, I mean, I thought United were in the game for large parts of it, but it's individual errors again that's costing us, and it's costing us week in, week out, all of the time. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. It's been going on for so long. I just don't know. But I mean, for large parts of that game, we were well in the game, and for large parts of it we looked like the team that could go on to score. But the issue here, guys, when you look at the statistics, and the number one statistic that stands out, we lose 3-0, of course, obviously, but the XG is 2.48 for City, and we've got an XG of 1.51. So they are exceeding their XG, and we're underperforming with our XG again. It's Is that the manager's fault? I don't know. Are we not taking our chances? What chances? Half chances. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to put my finger on it, to be quite honest with you. I'm not smart enough to say how to fix it, or what it needs to be fixed, or how you go about doing it. But ultimately, it's not working. Whatever we're doing is not working, because we finished 15th last season. We're currently 14th in the Premier League table again. You know, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going from back to front. I mean, like, we're talking about the same people that we were 5 years ago that were letting us down. You know, Harry Maguire coming off the bench, just absolutely cacking it in the middle of the park. Luke Shaw as well. And these players can have spells within their career where they go on and have good performances and good couple of months, or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, they're the ones that are making the mistakes that are costing us games. And it just continues to happen. It just continues to happen week after week, month after month, season after season. Yeah, and I mean, look, we were well in the game early doors, and like when you look at the I suppose the attacking momentum, Manchester United, you know, had large parts of that first half where they were on top, especially around that kind of... City started well for the first 5 or 10 minutes, but after that, United settled into the game. We looked dangerous. We looked like we were getting on it, out on that right-hand side. But again, the final ball was letting us down. I mentioned it an awful lot on the live. The final ball was letting us down, and if your final ball is not right, all of the build-up play that you have leading up to that is not worth a fuck if you can't put that final ball in. And it just wasn't good enough. City get back on top then, after United had their spell. And the goal from City to go 1-0 up. Again, we see an awful lot of... Roy Keane said it at half-time that, you know, Luke Shaw gave up and people giving out with Luke Shaw. It's Bruno Fernandes for me. I don't care what anybody says. That number 6 position is not a position for Bruno Fernandes. I'm sick of it, to be quite honest with you. I really am. And I thought Kobbie Mainoo, when he came on, even though we were 2 or 3-0 down at the time, he actually looked more comfortable in that role. He was getting on the ball, he was linking play better, and he was sticking to his position. Bruno Fernandes is not number 6, lads. And we spoke about it on the live as well. why isn't he subject to the criticism, not criticism, but to substitutions like every other player? You know, he was crap today. He was really, really bad today. But yet he gets another 90 minutes. I understand he's the captain, but if he's not good enough, he's not playing well enough, then you've got to take him off. And it was his fault for the goal. Phil Foden let Phil Foden run off. Again, he's ball watching, he's slow to react, not getting in close to the ground. And Phil Foden has acres of space and he heads it into the net. I mean, the second goal, it's such a calamity. It's such a fucking calamity. It really, really is. Trying to play out from the back. And you talk about when you need composure and when you need to have a little bit of stability and just, right, let's settle down for a few minutes. But where does that start? That starts with your goalkeeper. It starts with your goalkeeper. Now, there's a big decision to be made today by Ruben Amorim. Do you start Bayindir or do you start Lemons? But, I mean, I don't think Lemons would have done any better in the goal today. I really don't. Would he have stopped any three of the goals? I don't think he would have, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I mean, you put Erling Haaland in one-on-one like that, he's going to score. And he probably should have had another one, if not two goals today. But your goalkeeper should radiate confidence out into your back line and out into your team in general. And Bayindir doesn't do that. Now, inevitably, Lamens is going to find himself as the number one this season. I'm certain of it. Because you can't keep Bayindir in there. You just cannot. So he's going to have to step up to the mark here. Because we are so weak in that position at the moment. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. But the calamity of playing out from the back then, I mean, you hand opportunities to Erling Haaland for the second and the third goal like that. Luke Shaw, fucking Bayindir in the goal. Harry Maguire. Even De Ligt was rushing to get the ball out. I mean, it's just not good. There's a lovely little nutmeg for the first goal on that side, but it's a run off of the shoulder of De Ligt, and Luke Shaw is just pushed aside like an absolute child, And the second, the third goal then is just a calamity between Shaw and Harry Maguire. But I mean, ultimately, guys, when you look at the team, I mean, I thought Mazraoui done okay. It's his first game back, first minutes. I thought he was all right. I thought Ugarte done okay. I've got to talk a little bit about Benjamin Sesko here because he was substituted off, and I really feel sorry for him, to be quite honest with you. I really do. He finds himself there running off the shoulder of defenders on a continuous basis in that game, and the ball never came to him. It never came to him. I was watching him throughout the whole game. Every time we worked the ball into that number 10 position, it just wasn't coming around the corner to him. We were playing it wide. We were playing it passively, sideways. Instead of, you see when City got the ball for the second goal for Haaland, what happens? You work the ball from the right inside, first time ball in around the back, playing off of the shoulder of the last defender, bang, goal. And then similarly, then he runs in one-on-one for the third goal, and it's game, set and match. We got the ball into the areas of the number 10 position and we just didn't give that final ball in behind to Sesko. And also, when we do work the ball out to the side, to the right wing back and the left wing back, or Ahmad or Mbeumo, who was in them number 10 positions, the deliveries into the box were absolutely terrible. We crossed so many balls into the box today, not one of them came to Sesko. And some people will say, well, he's got to sniff it out. He's got to be in the right area. But if you get enough of a sample size of balls into the box and none of them come to him, the delivery has not been good enough. And a lot of people saying in the chat today, maybe it wasn't all Hyland's fault. And I don't think it ever was all Hyland's fault. But Hyland was useless nonetheless. And I think Sesko is a better player. But I understand where people are coming from. If you do not service your striker, he will not score goals. It's as simple as that, and we need to work on that massively. From a Ruben Amorim standpoint, I don't understand why he changes his centre-backs. I just don't get it. We bring Harry Maguire on, and I understand Harry Maguire is good on a set piece. But the benefits of that are not as much as the negativity of changing your back three, in my eyes. The back three looked okay. I mean, they didn't look... There was no point in the game where I thought, oh shit, they're getting stretched here for a moment. Now, there was individual errors, of course, that led to goals. But I never thought for a minute that we were getting stretched. But all of a sudden, You bring on Harry Maguire. You take off Lenny Yoro, who I thought was playing okay. You move Harry Maguire into the centre of the back three. You move De Ligt out to the right-hand side of that, who, again, I thought was playing well in the middle. He was winning his headers. He was reading the game. And I just think it unsettles everything. I just don't understand why Ruben Amorim changes his defenders with his substitutions. I mean, outside of that, I can understand all of the other substitutions. Like when, you're moving Kobbie Mainoo on for Mazraoui. Casemiro comes on for Ugarte in the end to give him a rest. Xerxes comes on for Sesko. These are late on, 10 minutes to go, so on and so forth. I just don't understand the defensive side of it. Ruben Amorim, again, I'm starting to say this with less conviction, is going to be given time, in my opinion, and he's going to be given resources, but the results have to follow. The results have to follow, and the performances have to follow. And the eye test has to show something that, right, they're getting it, they're understanding it, this is working, or we're working towards something here. I'm not seeing it, lads. I'm not seeing it. The performance against Arsenal was good. The result wasn't there, right? The performance against Fulham wasn't there in the second half. 1-1, probably a fair result. Grimsby, atrocious. Burnley, I thought the performance was much better, but you're playing against Burnley. I mean, they're tipped to go down, albeit they did play well today against Liverpool and deserved a draw. But if that's going to be the case again, and you're going to hold all of your positivity, and every good performance is going to come against Burnley, Sunderland, Wolves, West Ham, and we're back to talking about the negativity, with mid-table teams, we're fucked again. So I know it's a very small sample size, but Ruben Amorim is under serious pressure, lads. He is under serious pressure to get this right. Are the players understanding the system enough? Are the players good enough to play the system? Is he too stubborn in terms of changing his tactical style, in terms of his formation to suit, going up against a certain opponent? I don't know. I'm worried. I'm concerned. And again, look, you know me, anyone who's been watching the channel for long enough, I don't jump to conclusions and, get very overreactive with one result, because at the end of the day, it is one result. And look, obviously it's against your bitter rivals, Man City, and you want to be doing well. But, I mean, zoom out. Since Ruben Amorim came in, it's been terrible. I don't think it's his fault. He's trying to change the culture. He's trying to change the formation, the tactics, the style of football. And that takes time. But how much time is he going to get? I don't know, lads. I don't know. I really, really don't. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Chelsea next week. It doesn't get any easier, to be quite honest with you. But let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you on the next one.